Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It's Tuesday night, so you already know it's time to go live on another one. And today we're going to be breaking out, going back and forth to The Boys. We're going to be doing a rewatch of season one. So I know most of you guys out there have already seen it. We've already seen season one. And today we're going to be breaking out, back going back and forth. Haven't done that in a minute. We're going to be doing a rewatch of season one. So I know most of you guys out there have already. Settle down. Oh, shit. That's awesome. Oh, it's been a while. Going back to the old school, and here we go. Going to be watching The Boys, and the man we're going to be watching it with is the one, the only, the man with more faces than the House of Black and White, the man, fandom, a D-Saint. What's good, brother?
Hey, what's up, DJ? I thought it was gonna be me with the playback. Now I'm like, wait a minute, is that me? But it was you. Ha ha! Victory is on my side. But yeah, we're not gonna be doing Disney MCU right now. We're doing Vault. That's how you say it, right? That company that's been pretty much promoting the superheroes left and damn right in this damn thing. They got the movies, the commercials, the promotions. Like, damn. Oh, it's this like in the DC Warner Brothers. You're slacking.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I just don't know. I don't know. But I think the ones who are really slacking are you and I and our other brother, like Andy. Haven't even been able to get in. I was supposed to do this stream like 3 different times. Just now getting into it, and yeah, the fact that I haven't seen season 2 yet is a tragedy. I cannot.
Same. I haven't seen season 2, and I love season 1.
I love season 1. Like The Boys is everything I wanted it to be. It was everything I'd hoped it to be. It's funny because one of my good buddies tried to get me to watch it forever, and I pushed it off, and then finally when I jumped in, I was like, "Oh shit, what was I waiting for? This is amazing." This literally probably has the greatest first 6 minutes of an opening show ever created in television. The opening 6 minutes is phenomenal. Absolutely mouth open, phenomenal.
Totally agree. There's points in time I keep on reminding myself I'm not watching the CW superhero shows right now at all the stuff that was going on.
Yeah, they kept it real. And it's so funny because that's exactly like how superheroes probably would be. Like, they wouldn't be all like Clark Kent and just all perfect and above it all. Like, it'd be like, I'm the ultimate powerful one. I'm going to do what I want when I want. And nobody can tell me any different. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. But the way it opens up, we get to meet two of our heroes, Queen Maeve and Homelander, who are there like on scene just in a nick of time to save 2 young boys from being run over by an armored truck. And instantly you notice Homelander like doesn't eat up with like the heat ray out his eyes and totally melts that robber's gun into his hands. Like, that was a little bit over the top. And then he tosses that other one so high he doesn't come down for like 7 seconds and then just instantly smiles like it's picture time. He's like, "Oh, sure, let's take some selfies. I got you, kids. Let's do this." Like, you can just tell things are off just right out of the gate. Like, it was amazing. And then we realized pretty quickly like that this Homelander may just be a complete psychopath. Like, were you picking that up right out of the gate?
No, I was not. I know they're just kind of like sure that this is pretty much like, the Superman and the Wonder Woman of this universe, but I didn't see him as a psychopath just yet. Maybe a narcissist, but not a psychopath off the gate.
Oh man, yeah, just the way he went a little above and beyond. Like, he already had the thing under control. He already melted the gun. He didn't really need to fuse it to that man's hand. Like, just take it to the next level. And he could have tossed that one dude. He throws him so high, like he's able to pose and chill and hang out. And then like seconds later, he comes down. I was like, oh, here we go. I was loving it right out of the gate. And then next we get to meet Huey, your basic run-of-the-mill everyday kid just trying to get by in the world. And he works as an AV salesman and has plenty of chutzpah while taking advantage of like unknowing customers. But he shrinks up real quick when it comes time to ask the boss for a raise. And it was like, yet as nerdy as he is, he actually has a cute little girlfriend that's just down for the cause. And just as she blows his mind by dropping the bomb that she's ready to move in with him, and we're all getting in and like, oh, okay, we see where this is going. And you think it's just another everyday love show. Boom! While he's holding their hands, the world's fastest man literally just runs completely through her, which implodes and incinerates her entire body into nothing. I mean, what were you thinking when you saw that?
God damn. And how it happened was in slow motion. Him just screaming out her name, Robin, and he was still holding on to like what was it, her arm or hand
Oh
that
yeah.
was still left. I'm just like, really? Just really?
Like you were not expecting that. Just instant bloodbath that splatters across the ground, and all that's left are two hands that he's still holding. And I was instantly like, yes, I was loving it. I was like, are you kidding me? I did not see that coming. And just as he's standing there in shock, just soaked in blood, screaming her name, like everything about that was just crazy. And then it just switches up real quick, and we meet Starlight. And she seems like a sweet little girl next door, Southern Belle, and seems truly wholesome and wants nothing more than to join the Seven. Like she wants to be a superhero and on the Justice League team, basically. But she's got some things in store for her. But back to this distraught Howie, and we see his dad trying to console him, and they like cover up being portrayed on the TV, like, oh, they're trying to say like she stepped into a car, like it was her fault, and Huey gets even more pissed. Like, I like how they show what he's thinking and what he wants to do, and then they pan back to the reality of what he's really doing, just being a meek little mouse. Like,
I
were
thought it
you?
was gonna be where because of her death, he was gonna be changed. But then it like, nope, he's still the same thing, same Huey.
I know it's funny because you thought it was like really raging, and then he comes back and he's just sitting there like, oh yeah, okay, whatever you need. I was just like, oh my god, that was crazy. AK says Homelander is creepy and suspect as fuck right out of the gate, right? I'm telling you, like, there's just something off about that man. Like you watch the clues, they're giving them to you quick. But back to the Starlight girl, and we see her mom is just like one of those pageant moms, and even gets on Starlight for eating the wrong things. But lo and behold, the phone rings, and it looks like both their dreams just came true because Starlight's just been promoted to the Seven because they just lost one of their superheroes. And distraught Huey is like trying to figure out how to get some justice for his girlfriend's death because he sees her just trying to cover it up. But his dad's already given up before it starts. Like we see where Huey gets his weakness from. His dad was soft like butter and just tells him to sign the NDA for the money, which they could really use. What do you do in that situation?
Not gonna lie, I'll be tempted to sign up for the money. But just like Huey, it's like, damn, this is pretty much like the love of my life. And she needs some justice here. That's not how it was described. Just 1 foot off the curve. It couldn't, you need some justice. But I probably still would have signed in and figured out some other way because you're fighting superheroes now. It's like, who's gonna believe you? And if so, if you do try to fight it, what says like they're gonna come after you
Yeah,
and
exactly.
kill
What
you?
could you really do? I mean, that's the thing. You take the money, and maybe that helps you fight it, but in the end, what could you really do about it? But you're right. AK says every superhero's intro was messed up except for Starlight's and Queen Maeve's. That's the truth of it right there. Those two
Yeah.
women had it straight. Every single one of, I mean, Translucent was a total perv. A-Train comes through, just blowing through a girl and imploding her. We already see that like Homelander is a little skewed right out of the gate, and the Deep. Oh, we're about to talk about the Deep.
Fuck the Deep. I
Oh,
don't care.
yeah.
He needs to die.
Yeah, don't fuck the Deep. Stay away from that pervert. Creepers, big time. Take the money and then join the boys. Simple. Absolutely. But yeah, that was just wild right out of the gate. And I like how the dad just ends it with, we're pretty much both just a couple of losers, so why not just sit down and watch some Remington Steel with me? Like, shit. Talk about your bum. I mean, just not pumping up, no hope, just give up on everything before you start. That was just horrible. The Starlight shows up in New York and is blown away by all the fanfare, and she gets properly introduced to the world as another suit by the Deep. It's like, oh, and she's like, she actually had a crush on him, we find out later. And then we get shown like inside the shareholders meeting, and we see like pretty quick that it's all just really about the money. So it's like, okay, this is taking a different twist on things. And then you pan back over to Huey in a mini mart, and just like Sam not being able to get away from like the new Cat posters, Huey just sees A-Train advertising everywhere, and this just sends him into like a total panic. Like, I don't know. At that point, I don't know. Like I said, you just take the money and just not deal with it, or take the money and try to figure out like a better thing to do with that cash.
You need to see how he was hyperventilating. I just felt bad for the guy. So even if he did confront A-Train, it's like, how is that going to happen? Were you going to pass out yet again?
Just get in his face and fall over from the fear. Exactly. Like, what can you do? But back to the Seven's headquarters, and we see the Deep is giving Starlight a tour of the lair, and little does she know he has more than just a tour in mind. And just after admitting she had the teenage crush on him, she turns around and sees he has his pants down, just in full-on stroke mode. Like, she gasps and makes a beeline for the door, but he quickly starts talking and says it's just a matter of how bad you want to be in the 7, and this doesn't sit well with her, but she's just naive enough to believe it. Like, if she doesn't do what he asks, her lifelong dream will be taken away. He's like, just think of the kids. I was dying, dude. Did you think she was going to do it?
Nope. But then the next scene, you see her throwing up. I'm like, damn, she actually did it. And like, literally, how he's like, oh, I'm like the second guy. And if you ain't gonna do it, I'm just like, oh, you attacked me. I've been like, I don't know. Like, she could have been like, I didn't attack you. I was just testing out my powers or something in the room. Like, oh my gosh, this is the way it happened. It's like, just really, it was not worth it. It
Or
was
just
not
say
worth
the
it.
truth. Why didn't she just tell the truth? Like, just try to buck it and be like, this guy just tried to rape me. And like, I mean, I think you just tell the truth in that situation.
Hmm.
See? The truth shall set you free, especially when you're a superhero. You got to keep it real. But I like how he sells it. Just deal with it for like 3 minutes tops, and then all your dreams come true. Like, he is the ultimate douchebag. Oh, just deal with it for like 3 minutes. You can make it. But next we see Translucent on the Jimmy Fallon show, and they're talking about like just how like just last night he stopped a home invasion of a single mom. And I don't know about you, but after what just happened to Starlight, like I was instantly thinking like, how and why was this invisible man? How did he just happen to be in the right place at the right time to stop this home invasion of a single mom? Like I was instantly thinking total perv maneuvers.
I didn't go on to that until you just mentioned it. Oh my gosh. I
Oh,
thought it was just like planned out, but now that you're saying it, dang. Oh my gosh, I can't trust any of these soups.
oh, none of them at all. Like I was instantly like after I just saw what I saw with the deep, that's the first place my mind went. I was like, what are you doing? Like obviously you're invisible, so you're just hanging out, perving out around single moms trying to do the do. That's terrible. But yeah, Starlight had it really bad her first day, but she let her naive come in. You can't be that naive and be a superhero. You gotta come with the real. Oh, they have a comic? I didn't even know The Boys was a comic book.
Yeah, it was based off a comic.
I mean, you already know I don't do the comic books, but that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just like Invincible, how they were based off a comic. Same thing with the boys. Honestly, the way how Amazon is going, like they should really go off with like a lot of these like comics and just adaptate it.
Oh,
Honestly.
since they're all working, they probably will.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are blowing up. People are loving them. But AK saying it's even worse than the comics, that's pretty ruthless. If I set that up, of course, Translucent was watching it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Of course he was. He had to be. But in walks Billy Butcher, and he lets Huey know that he's not alone in his pursuit for justice. And he sets up Huey pretty good, showing him how the Supes really live, and the A-Train was actually laughing about killing his girlfriend, and uses this to get him all amped up so he can use him for his own nefarious scheme. And I like how Huey like tries explaining how soft he is by naming his favorite singers, like 1 James Taylor, 2 Simon and Garfunkel. He's like, I'm not an infiltrator. Like, shit. Oh yeah, I was like, they set up this first episode amazing. I was loving it right out of the gate. And then they get back to the lair, and Madeline, aka Allie with an eye, is in there doing negotiations and doling out another soup to a city in need. And the man plays hardball and says he knows about the secret, her secret about Compound V, and she just denies it. But now we have to wonder, what the hell is Compound V? Like, is that what makes a soup a soup? Like, what were you thinking about Compound V when you heard about it?
Hardcore drugs.
Like, did you think it was something that made Super Super?
Yeah, like I forgot what they called it in CW. It was like some type of was it CW or I don't know, it was some type of superhero show or movie where they would take this drug to make them like super powered, but it was temporary. I thought that's what it was. They first heard about Compound V.
Wow. So you thought it was just a quick juicer to get you by, like in a pinch?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kind of like the Hour Man, the Hourglass for Hour Man. Oh Lord! Quick side note: you've never seen? And obviously, you've never seen Stargirl.
No.
No idea why or how, but my girl ended up getting me the DVD from the library,
Mm-hmm.
and I just put it in, and I had to stop 3 times. I'm like, I can't watch this. I just can't watch it. This is the worst show I've ever seen in my life. And then finally, I just got to the point where I started hate watching it. like just yelling and like, you stupid. I was just waiting for the heroes to get got, like literally praying for the heroes to just get got. Like somebody do something to these. Oh, it was fun, yeah. But just one of the worst things I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, back to The Boys, which is not the worst thing. It's one of the greatest things. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's been a long time since I hate watched a show. That was funny. But over to a distraught Starlight, and she tries to tell her mom what happened, but mom's too busy gloating over having a daughter in the 7, so she just can't bring herself to do it. And I like how it pans out, and she's like sitting on a park bench next to Huey, like she was gonna just start talking on the phone next to this total stranger about how she got sexually abused by the Deep. I was like, were you just really gonna go into it, like out here in the public next to this somebody you don't even know? That was kind of weird.
That was fake for them to meet each other at that park.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be absolutely. And Huey says all the right things, and for being a gutless little dweeb, he's quite the smooth talker when it comes to the ladies. Like he even ended up like tucking some courage into himself as he goes back to find the butcher and tell him he'll do it. Like he was kind of listening to his own advice, what he was telling her. Meanwhile, Starlight heads back to their lair to show the Deep that she's not going to be chased away. So the pep talk worked, and his some find it hard to some find it hard to swallow line, that was pretty harsh. Like it's pretty tough in here. Some find it hard to swallow. Just looking at her, like, how did she not just fry his brains out right then?
That's what she should have done.
Right, and just explain to everybody what happened. And then when we see how they all really are, none of them would have really cared.
Nope.
Would have been like, yeah, we hated that guy anyway. That's literally what would happen. But outside, the butcher tries pumping up Huey to give him enough confidence to pull off this crazy caper, trying to bug the inside of the lair. And it's funny how much the outside of the Soups building resembles the Stark Tower. Did you get that at all?
Not really, until now you mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got Stark Tower vibes off it. That's what I think they were going after. So Huey goes in to try to pull it off, but Translucent saw the bug when Huey dropped it in the bathroom. And side note, how is this multi-billion-dollar franchise but only have one bathroom for males and females to share in there?
I puzzled about that too.
Like,
I don't know. That was questionable. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that Translucent got people to do. I don't know.
it was the Deep's idea. It's like, hey, let's go European with it. Like, yeah, they got billions of dollars, all this money, this big ass building, but all the heroes have to share the same bathroom, boys and girls. I just thought that was weird.
And Maeve knew that freaking Translucent was in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course he's in there. Girls are in there. Of course he's going to be in there. He is the ultimate perv. We pan to the mayor of Baltimore riding in a limo who gets a call from Madeline, a.k.a. Allie with an I, and she's decided to cave into his blackmail and lease him his soup at a greatly discounted price, and he agrees not to spread any rumors about Compound V. And then Translucent finds the bug and follows Huey back to the video store, and he starts roughing him up looking for answers, but the Butcher saves him by driving his car through the storefront window, and they start to fight, and Butcher's losing until Huey grabs a cut-exposed wire and electrocutes him. And that basically they think they killed him. And this is when Butcher decides to tell him that he's not really a Fed, and Huey just absolutely loses his shit. Like, what do you do in that position?
First and foremost, I gotta verify if this guy is actually a Fed before I even start working with him.
I mean, he showed you a badge.
I don't care. Have you not watched Supernatural? You know how many times they show people fake FBI badges? No, I'm looking you up. Period.
I need some real answers. I ain't gonna play. Oh, what's up? We got Jay Cruz at the house. What's up, brother? Oh man.
I wonder if Jay Cruz is able to show another chance. I know he saw like the first episode, and he just couldn't.
Oh, with The Boys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you didn't like The Boys? Oh, man. I mean, how are you not just hook, line, and sinker after freaking 6 minutes into this show? I'm telling you. And yeah, AK, it's like, how do you verify? How do you
go to the police department. Look this guy up.
He said this show is smut. They do some ridiculous things, that's for damn sure. But while the mayor is flying home with his young son, the boy looks out the window to see Homelander flying alongside the plane. And just as his son asks, like, are you two friends? We see Homelander's eyes light up. And just like that, Homelander slices the plane in two to crash it and kill everybody inside. Like, that was just crazy. And then it pans out to like a close up of a smirking Homelander's face. And we basically see there's absolutely nothing noble about this man. When it comes to these so called heroes, they're all just a bunch of bums and out for themselves. It's crazy. What were you thinking about that first episode right out of the gate?
One, I was questioning as to whether who was Homelander doing it on his own, or did someone give him the order. That is what I was questioning. But other than that, I enjoyed the hell of the first episode. Again, my mind is always on CW shows, so just seeing this type of a show, I'm like, hold up, there's more than just to the CW world out there.
Oh, they weren't holding anything back. They they got as racy as you could get, just imploding people, having people. Oh man, I mean, yeah, and it doesn't seem to slow down in the second episode either. Like, it was madness, absolute madness. AKA, that's how you know he's psycho. Boss lady didn't ask him to do that, and she was pretty pissed that he did. Exactly, and that's what we find out here in the next one. Oh, Celebrity Bikini says, I like superheroes to be good. I don't like people abusing power, and that is all what it is. Absolutely. They're abusing the shit out of their power. But again, I mean, don't you really think that's more how it would be in real life?
Yeah, there's probably gonna be some like code or code of ethics, but it's gonna be at one point in time they're gonna hit that fine line.
It's cold. I mean, because, yeah, if there's nobody in the world that can slow you down or stop you, I mean, you're going to do what you want when you want. And who's going to do anything about it? Are they going to arrest you, put you in a jail that you could breathe and go out of?
I'm saying this now. If I had the ability to teleport, best believe there'll be one point in my life I'm going to teleport into a bank. Just saying.
Like, it's just going to happen.
Just saying.
Just to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But they keep it moving. Episode 2 is called Cherry, and it starts right where we left off in episode 1. Huey and Jack believe they killed Translucent, but on the way to what I suppose was going to be burying the body, they hear him rumble around in the trunk. And at first, Huey's happy. He's like, oh, man, we didn't kill him. But Jack's like, this makes it much, much worse. Like, he's seen their faces. And Huey's like, I want out. And Jack reminds him, like, why he started in the first place. Like, what would you do in that situation? Would you just get out of the car and take your chances, or would you try to see it through?
Of course, I'm going to get the hell out of here. This is not even a real FBI agent. So if anything happens, you're like, damn, I'm going to die. And you pretty much done this to a popular soup who's done some good, even though some perverted things, but still good. So they're going to be on his side than my side.
Oh, man. He said, nope. I don't know. I think most people are good. There are bad people, not many evil people. Yeah, for the most part. But even the bad people think they're the heroes. I mean, the villains are always the heroes in their own story. It's exactly how it is now, just no superpowers. Yep. I've always said I would be, at best, an anti-hero. I have no delusions about myself. And I'm definitely going to be visiting some banks. All them crooked-ass bankers, hell yeah. Why wouldn't you take from them first? They got that insurance anyway, right? Oh, that's insanity. Well, what would you want your superpower to be?
That's a loaded question. It's either teleportation, super speed, or intelligence, probably.
I know you always wonder, like, what if you could read people's minds, but it always seems
True
like
Blood.
it work out
Ever
right.
since I watched True Blood, I'm like, nah, I don't think I want to be able to read people's minds. Because even then, you think like one person's your best friend. Next thing you know, you read their mind, like, holy shit. You know you're not.
I didn't need to know that. Exactly. You just never know. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a tough one. But Jack enlists the help of an old frenemy and Frenchie who wants nothing to do with this. But now that Translucent has seen his face as well, he basically has no choice. Like, man, with friends like Jack, who needs enemies? Like, he owes this man $40,000 and then brings this life-threatening situation to his doorstep and dumps it on his lap. Like, what a punk. Oh, I mean, if you're Frenchie, don't you just shoot Jack right there if he owes you 40 G's? I mean, are you going to take this problem on?
But you shoot him, then how are you going to get your money?
I mean, the way he's acting, it doesn't seem like he's ever going to get his money. But I mean, I guess you could keep a hope and a prayer up for it. But yeah, just Jack guy, just there doesn't seem like he doesn't seem any better than Homelander to me. He just seems like he's nothing but trouble. Just lies, out for vengeance, willing to put anybody's life on the line to get what he wants. Like, I don't know about this cat. But meanwhile, at a hospital, A-Train steps in for Translucent since he's gone and nobody can find him right now. And he's going in for to grant a dying kid from the Make-A-Wish Foundation his final wish. And of course, it's a complete train wreck. Like that, I like that scene. That was funny as hell. And he keeps smiling. Oh my god! Can you imagine? Like, if I mean, it'd be hard enough going in to do that, but when the kid's like, "What are you gonna do? Teach me how to outrun cancer?"
Oh my god,
He's like,
this is
"Forget
crazy.
you. I wish for Translucent. He's my hero." Like, A-Train couldn't do nothing but just keep giving those lame ass thumbs up. Oh, come on! Tell me you didn't laugh out loud at that scene.
Of course.
That was amazing. So Starlight meets Black Noir and sees he's about as friendly as the rest of them, and then gets told that she needs to go on a team-up mission with the Deep, so you already know this is going to go swimmingly. And Huey and the crew take Translucent to an abandoned restaurant, and they don't know how to kill him, like with his skin being as tough as diamonds. Mm-hmm. Huey cries like he's not a murderer, and Jack's like, "That's okay, I am." At this point, wouldn't you be a little bit leery of just even being in the same room with this cat?
Of course, but it's interesting how his like skin is like pretty much like diamonds. Like, I didn't expect that.
Oh, I know. How hard he would be to kill. I mean, he's translucent. You don't think he's going to be like diamond proof. Like, there's no cutting into him. And I like how Homelander like walked right in, acting like he was giving Allie with an eye a compliment. Like, personally, I think it's amazing that a woman your age can even have a child. She's like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you to say." Like, was he being a dick on purpose, or does he just really not know any better?
Nah, I think it's being a dick on purpose.
It's probably. I was like, okay, it was hard to tell at first. It's like, does this guy just not know and not care, or is he doing that on purpose? I was kind of like, But he asked about Translucent, and Allie with an eye says that she has it handled, and he lets him know. Then she lets him know she knows about the mayor's plane going down, and they seem to have kind of a strange relationship. Like, is it more flirty or more of a mother-son type deal? Because when she
mother and son type of deal.
You think
okay,
so?
wasn't this like that's what I got the vibe from. Like, wasn't this like the episode where she was like breastfeeding her baby or just something with the baby, and he was just like staring at her, and I was like, dude, like what the hell?
He wants that milk.
Yep.
Oh, it was crazy. Like when she touched his cheek, it seemed more motherly, but then he's looking at her chest, noticing the leakage. Like, I don't know, it was kind of wavering on that weird. I couldn't tell which way they were trying to take it.
Like, I was very worried about the baby. It was like at one point, I'm just like, don't tell me he's gonna kill the baby now.
Oh, he just took it dark right out of the gate. Like, it doesn't get any darker than that. But it was nice seeing the Deep having to deal with Homelander. Like, he went into bitch mode real quick. Like, anything I can do for you, sir? I was like, we see right away that there is definitely a hierarchy within the ranks in there.
Mm-hmm.
But back at the restaurant, Huey and company are still trying to figure out a way to kill off Translucent, but nothing's working. And he claims to be invincible. So how unsettling a feeling would that be, having a superhero locked in a cage and know he's going to kill you if he gets out, and you can't figure out how to kill him?
It's just like imagine thinking of like a bunch of Avengers, just like the Hulk. Like imagine you just have like Bruce Banner in a cage, hoping he doesn't get out, so he doesn't become the Hulk and just like brutally stomps you.
Can you? I mean, that would be so unsettling. That'd be about as uncomfortable as it gets. Like, what am I going to do now? And then in this next scene, we get like an amazing cameo. Shout out to the 25-year-old McCallum. I was like, nothing like a 25-year-old whiskey to get the party started. Hell yeah. Hey. I was loving that. But then we get Starlight actually doing the work of a true soup as she like saves this girl from getting raped. And like, is she basically the only good soup in this entire show, or like are the rest all really just dirtbags?
I mean, the Black Noir seems okay.
He just wasn't very nice or friendly when she talked. Like, she tried saying hi, he couldn't even be bothered to say hey back.
Yeah, he's probably antisocial. Does he even be?
let him be him.
He's pretty much like the Batman in a sense, right? So hopefully he just like stays brooding and he hasn't like gotten anything shady yet. I just hope. I really hope.
AK says Homelander's always a dick on purpose, but he's funny. He does have me cracking up sometimes. Oh, no. Don't be talking about the mother-son fantasy, though. We don't need that. Like that's what I'm saying. They just have a creep. They seem to have a creepy relationship. Like it's on that border, and you just don't know which what side of the fence it's gonna fall. Leonard's fucking weird, and Boss Lady knew exactly how to play him. Yeah, she seems to have a hold on him, but I don't know what. Like she seemed a little nervous. Like right before she touched him, she almost had a little bit of hesitancy. Like, do you think she's kind of scared of him? I mean, how could you not be?
Yeah, but like AK said, it's like she knows how to play him.
Maeve is good too, but she's tired and done with the BS. I don't know. Maeve seems kind of scared of him too. But again, I mean, how could you not be? If you got somebody bigger, badder, and can just end you in any second, and you know that they'll cover it up and he'll get away with it, like that would be just an unsettling feeling.
Oh, AK, I've only seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Yeah, we're both on the same page. Only seen season one, so we're doing a quick rewatch and a recap of season one, and then going to jump right into season two fresh and check it out. Because yeah, it's been too long. I can't believe I haven't seen it as much as I love the show.
I wonder will season 3 come out this year or next year? I'm not sure.
I don't know. It'd be awesome if it came out this year and we ran right into it, like right after season two. That'd be perfect. Kind of like Karate Kid. That'd be sweet. But how creepy was that? Like Homelander just staring at the wall, and then we find out he's watching Allie with an eye pumping her breast. How much of a creeper is this guy? He looks like he's just staring at his own poster, but really he's looking through the wall at her, like trying to get the breast milk out.
Man got some mommy issues, Oedipus complex, which all roll up into one.
Oh, kidding. And then we got Frenchie watching a show about turtles, and he gets an idea, so you already know that should get interesting. But back with Allie and I, and she blackmails a senator, and okay, how creepy would that be? Like you go to bed with this beautiful woman, and then all of a sudden you take off the blindfold, and all of a sudden you're in bed naked with this dude like Herb from accounting.
That would be crazy.
Lose my shit, dude. That'd be I can't even imagine. Like there's superheroes, but like, did he even know that thing existed? That there was somebody that could even do that?
At this rate, if you have people who can fly, translucent, see your strength, don't doubt anything at this point.
You gotta kind of expect anything.
I need to see some identity, a birth certificate, everything. Like, do you have powers?
Oh man, yeah, Frenchie is that guy. He gets it done. Just out there tripping on acid the whole time, just going through trying to figure out how to get her done. Sounds like he made it sound like he's already taken out a few soups though, like less than a handful. But still, if he's taking out 4 or 5 soups, that's not nothing.
I question these abilities to these soups though, because it's like, were these like the low run of the mill soups, or like to like the Homelander level type thing?
Right, or is it like that porcupine chick that just like has things stick out of her arm, like D-level soups, like what was talking about? Yeah. Why would you not think that there was something that could do? Yeah, I don't know. Like, is there a kryptonite in this show or something happening? That's what we got to figure out. They'll probably show more of that in like season 2. There's got to be a way to slow him down because right now he just seems unstoppable, and that's why everybody's so scared of him.
True. Because if you have to think about this, right? Because if with Homelander, an individual like Homelander, you have to have some type of measures to prevent him from pretty much like taking over.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see all the way up how corrupt the hero organization is. Like they're actually mad at Starlight for stopping those guys from raping that girl. Like that is ridiculous. Like I mean, that right there just lets you know like they're more worried about the money than actually saving people. Like this whole place is screwed up. Not just the heroes, everybody involved.
Vault is just like Disney. Cough, cough.
We also see there's nobody Homelander's afraid to intimidate or like to get or do what he needs to get what he wants. Like even the nerdy little analyst, like although I'm on his side at that point, like there's a missing superhero and nobody seems to be worried about it. Like why not? You know what I mean? Like what's really going on? So yeah, that was just I don't know. I think like if they had a missing hero, wouldn't it be all points on deck? Like what if he's being tortured? What if he's being killed? Like why are
Yeah,
they?
but it's translucent. It's not like it's Homelander missing. It was Homelander missing. They've been like, hold up. Is he really missing? Or are we trying to like, do some type of story or whatever, or promotion, advertisement? But if he's like really MIA, pretty much like the strongest soup we've seen so far, you would have to panic.
Yeah. I mean, they did mention that they thought translucent might just be a way on another one of his benders, but
Yeah.
it just seems like they should have been more worried about it and had more going on. I mean, I guess at the one point they were going door to door looking for him, so I guess that's about as much as you could do without like trying to get it out in the public. But yeah, they just seem at first they seem a little lackadaisical about it. So I was actually on Homelander's side, like, you're gonna go ahead and tell me where the last part was because I'm gonna go find my boy. But yeah, that was crazy. And so we see like Frenchie's plan come to fruition, and like what a way to go, dude. Like, what do you think would be worse? Actually having that happen to you or being the one that pushed the button and getting showered with somebody else's insides?
I would like to push the button.
Like at least you're still alive, you can shower. That's a memory you can't wash off though, I'm telling you. Oh man, yeah, these episodes, like they are not afraid to push the boundaries. And the fact, like, I mean, Invincible was awesome, but it was a cartoon, and you could kind of just tell yourself, like, okay, it's a cartoon. But well, the boys, this is live action, and yeah, they are just not holding anything back, it doesn't seem like.
I do give you that, say bikini between this world and the world of Invincible. Like they weren't like publicizing and all this stuff with the soups in the world of Invincible, as opposed to this world it is. So it's like if our world was, had soups in it, like which world would it kind of be? Would it be, the world of the boys, or would it be the world of like Invincible?
But either way, I mean, yeah, I mean, like the Vision said, power begets power, power invites power. So I mean, if you have something that's strong, inevitably something that's going to run up against it is going to form. So I don't know. I like it, and I think I think it's pretty realistic. I think if there was actually people in the world that had these abilities, this is exactly what they would turn into. Exactly.
But what world would you want to live in, Invincible or the boys?
Invincible's got some alien problems coming in, but yeah, I don't know. Both of them. You have something that I haven't seen be able to be taken down yet. So I mean, Invincible is real life. I mean, the boys is real life, so maybe that, but who knows?
I'll
Invincible.
I'll go with the boys because I want to go to college. Then some kidnaps me and make me some type of freaking what you call it, those hybrid machine things, or again, like you said, like the aliens just come out of nowhere. So far, it doesn't seem like there's like aliens or whatever in the boys. So it seems like I would lean towards the boys, but at the same time, these soups are just like effed up.
Oh man, yeah, I can't wait to see the depths in which they go. But I mean, both episodes had some pretty gnarly drops where it's just like, oh my god, where are they taking me with this? So I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, like I said, this rewatch has already been a blast. We're going to be going through them two at a time, so we can rip right through season one, and then we're going to jump right into season two and get after it. So yeah, going to be doing this on Tuesdays. So come back, help us. Come back, watch it with us. Make sure you get in episode 3 and 4, and we're definitely going to be back next Tuesday talking about The Boys. I hope everybody's having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Until we see you next time. Be easy, everybody.